It's another side that, like, wants to take more. It wants to go that one more round. Because, like, going that one more round when you don't think you can, that's what makes all the difference in your life. You know what I mean?
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome. I told you we'd be back quick. This is a week later. We are back live and on your feeds, wherever you're listening to us. We want to say thank you to everyone who stuck around. They did stick around, Katie.
Good. I'm glad I didn't lose us listeners.
Well, maybe a couple. People give up so quickly. Oh, they're done. They're not releasing anymore.
They're pretty fickle if they do that.
Yeah.
We don't want your kind if you're going to have that attitude. Podcast listeners of every faith denomination, you have to pray or sacrifice to your respective deity for Katie's wrist to get better, fully recover.
Mm-hmm. True.
You know, Thank you.
Well, we record basically every 2 weeks after this point. So how many more recordings approximately will the cast will be released?
I actually have no idea about the cast part. The doctor did say that it won't be fully normal for a year.
Oh, geez.
Okay. But I'll be able to do stuff.
Glad that wasn't your dominant hand. Huh?
I know, but I'll be able to do stuff pretty soon, hopefully.
Oh, of course. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just don't ice skate. Imagine if you went ice skating next year at this time and you got...
I had a dream. Actually, I had a dream that I was with my cast ice skating. Yeah.
Oh, brave. All right. Well, we hope everyone, I guess at this time, had a good New Year and that everyone had a safe New Year break when they're listening to this after we were live. Your New Year's resolutions come true. That's up to you, I guess. I guess you have to make that true.
I got a Christmas gift that is Rocky related.
Oh, yeah. Let's see it. Oh, wow.
Yo, I like that. That's cool. Yeah.
It's Yo with Rocky's face as the O.
Who got
that?
That
is awesome.
One of my sisters. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. What a thoughtful gift.
It's green, and green's my favorite color. So.
Awesome. Well, that looks great. That's really cool swag, by the way. And that's cool that your sister got that for you. I love Rocky swag. I haven't gotten any for a while, but that's awesome. I'm still waiting for my Blu-ray DVD. Oh, you have it.
Is that Gino's one?
Yes.
That's Gino's, yeah.
This is the cover.
I don't know why I thought it wouldn't look like that. Like, I thought it would just be like this sketchy, like in some kind of clear case.
Same.
With like Sharpie written on it, like Rocky 4. But no,
that's exactly what I was expecting.
No offense, Gino. It's more a projection of me and how I would do things.
Me too.
Looks like a Blu-ray case. Actually has the Blu-ray symbology on the case, and
it looks legit.
Like yeah, that's really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to watching it and receiving it. Like I said, I got the email that said it's landed. It's the tracker is here, but we're probably backlogged with the Canadian Post. So I believe we have some comments from already from our last episode. I was surprised. I just dropped it 24 hours ago at the time it's recording, like not even, and people jumped on it right away to give us some commentary to read for today. I didn't think we'd have time for that, or have anything to read today, but we do. So yeah.
We have some comments from X at Cobra Commander 15. My assumption is that Jimmy and Mike are a first and middle name, or that Jimmy is a nickname.
If I had to be an apologist and come up with something for that to make sense, the middle name thing to me is the best one I could think of.
Jules' dialogue reminded me of Little Marie. That's fair. I agree. Robert was very skeptical of her because Rocky had warned him to watch out for scams and deception.
Imagine if Rocky 5 got really cheesy to the point where Jewel was Little Marie's daughter or something like
that. I wouldn't be surprised if they did do that.
Well, yeah, actually, that's actually not even that bad of a storyline, really. But they always had the father-son issues going out through this series. Why not? I mean, Tony's son and Apollo's son, Rocky's son. Why not a Little Marie's daughter?
Okay, so Jewel would have been born in 77. She's the same age as Robert, 76, 77. We know like the Rocky son was born in 76. And Marie was 12 and 75. So Marie would have had to give birth at 13, which is pretty
I think that would track given.
Yeah, I know, but I think it's possible, but that would be like messed up.
An Instagram comment He says, "Hey guys, it's Paul, aka Eddie is my god from the YouTube comments. I just finished the last pod and laughed my arse off at the talk about me and Katie being globetrotters. Haha. I'm off to Morocco again in 8 days. So the next episode will either be listened to on the plane or on my first night there. It's such a cheap place to fly to from the UK. Traveling to London to catch the flight costs more than the flight itself somehow."
That's so jealous of Europeans. They're so cheap and you can go to so many cool places.
Just wait, Kyle. He says from Gatwick Airport in London to Agadir, Morocco, it's only $16 in the US, which is 23 Canadian bucks. And hotels are less than $20 US per night. It's dirt cheap, but absolutely incredible out there. I can't
That's
get a
really cool.
lift for $16 a mile away from my house.
I've watched videos on like how low budget airlines work, but the way they get you, if I remember right, is like that price is $16, but then it's like
You got a
if
bag.
you want to bring a carry-on, if you want to do this, if you want to do that, the charges add up really quickly. If you're disciplined and smart, though, you could really take advantage of that.
Mhm.
Ryanair wanted to start playing around with the idea of charging to use the restroom.
Oh my God.
Oh, that
I don't think they're actually
crazy.
doing that. I think they were like toying with that idea. Like on there's really short haul flights, like an hour or less, something like that.
Oh, so they don't have to pay someone to clean it?
Because they know people are going to need to use the restroom, and if you got to go, you're going to pay, right?
Mm-hmm. That's pretty bad.
Aisle. It's going to be an aisle.
So you know, like those throw up bags.
Oh, yeah.
So Paul goes on to say, "I'll be sure to tell anyone who speaks English that they need to listen to the pod. Got to boost that rare Moroccan demographic, right?" See how many Morocco listeners we have.
We do talk about penetrating certain markets, and the Moroccan market is really
That's
top of
true.
our list for sure.
It is. Anyway, that's enough rambling from me. I hope the holiday season is superb for all three of you. I spent the 25th on the beach in the sun while all my UK mates are shivering in the cold. Oh, that sounds lovely.
Paul, he did send that via Instagram. It's a little bit late. I changed the editing just at the end that he spent. He said I'm spending, but I changed it to spent because Instagram hides your messages if you're not quote unquote friends of the like. So I don't follow a lot of people with the show. We have a lot of followers, but I don't follow a lot of people back. So he messaged. It was a hidden message, so it's a little bit late. And I think it was Paul that mentioned that he broke his wrist as well. Wasn't that him that said that he?
I thought
Yeah.
so. Yeah, like his
Yeah.
bones in his hand or something.
Yeah, so it's a little bit behind. Anyways, I wanted to make sure his message was read. That I'll just have to be better checking my Instagram messages. Okay.
That does sound lovely, though. Then we have one from some YouTube comments. One from Eccentric Views, aka Gino. Thanks again, Gino.
That's awesome.
He says, "You're welcome, Katie. It's the least I could do, considering all the hours of entertainment you guys provide. Better than any Netflix subscription. Hey, put that in a review. That sounds nice."
Yeah.
Netflix, so if you're listening, we are interested.
He says, "I saw the work print 8 years ago, so I forgot about all of those awesome scenes that were cut. The more I watch your episodes, the more I realize how good Rocky 5 is. It's just that the other Rocky movies are so elevated
Right.
that this in comparison doesn't seem as good, but against any other random movie, it's still
It's a good
superior."
film.
Yeah,
That's the problem. It's a normally fine film because Rocky 4 was Rocky 4. People need to settle down about Rocky 4, in a certain sense. We talked about that through our whole season 4. I don't want to rehash it all out, but the problem with Rocky 5 is that it followed Rocky 4. If Rocky 4 didn't exist somehow, if they went to Rocky 3 to Rocky 5 somehow, like tweaking some plot devices, I think it would be liked a little bit more.
Yeah, I think too, Rocky 5, I know technically it came out in the 90s, but it's really more 1990s, not substantially different than the 80s. Rocky 5 does not belong in 80s film.
Mm-mm.
Rocky
Right.
3 and 4 are real 80s. They're real products of the
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah.
Rocky 5 is just not its time. The audience were not looking for that kind of film at that time.
Because it's not in the 70s or 80s, and it tried to stay current and use new music as they did in the 80s, and it just
Yeah.
paid off by using
Yeah.
Robert Tepper in the 80s,
Yeah.
but using this 90s, early 90s like hip hop didn't, for whatever reason, that's not Rocky. The Rocky audience doesn't like that.
Oh, speaking of Rocky music, okay, so there was a heavyweight championship fight that happened last week.
Oh, really?
Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk. Tyson Fury lost his undisputed title. The fight was not broadcast in the well, it was broadcast in the US, but no one cared because there was like some kind of college sports thing going on at the same time. The fight was in Saudi Arabia. Usyk from Ukraine, he kept his title in the rematch. It was a really good fight. The pre-fight and post-fight, they were playing Rocky music for the fans, both Bill Conti and Vince DiCola.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's interesting, like how influential that music is, that it's played all these decades later at boxing events. That's pretty cool for Sly as someone who never actually boxed professionally or even in amateurs to have that big of an impact on boxing. There's probably no boxer alive that doesn't know who Rocky is.
There's people who have literally joined the sport professionally because of the films. That's
good point. It's inspirational. I was listening to a podcast, not a movie podcast at all, but it's two hosts, a guy and a girl, probably about Kyle's age, maybe a touch younger. The guy, he's not seen anything. Like he doesn't know anything about pop culture like at all. And the girl is different from me in that like I wouldn't have pegged her to be a Rocky fan, but she had mentioned that somehow Rocky came up and I was afraid, but she was like, no. She was telling her male co-host, you have to see it. It really genuinely is a phenomenal movie. And I was like, yes, thank you. Another woman that doesn't even like sports movies or boxing.
There you go. You need to comment on the
Recognizes.
social media and say, I agree, as a host of the One More Round podcast.
Yeah. I don't think I follow them on social media, but maybe,
You don't have to. You can still comment.
Yeah.
Just find them. Or even tell me who they are. I'll do it with our account. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Donald does bring up a good point here that Sly is indeed in the Boxing Hall of Fame despite never boxing. So I agree.
Oh, that's right.
That's a pretty cool accomplishment.
For sure.
We have one more YouTube comment from The Misfit 74 referencing Kyle's movie rec from last episode. Great White Hype is a brilliant satirical look at the state of boxing in the mid-90s.
He agrees. If we indeed do a boxing podcast after the One More Round series is over, I believe that's on the list. I would assume. Katie.
Oh, I can't remember, but yeah. Okay.
It must be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thanks for all the interaction. Funny, I thought we weren't going to have any comments or emails because it was such a quick turnaround. I did send you guys a little bit of homework. We can go over it quickly, kind of yay or nay and a quick why or no, because we owe it to David Brow. And David Brow, you owe us that video footage if you indeed had that charity fight for cancer. If you have that footage, please send it to me. I would love to watch it. I would love to share it. I want to see it. That's really cool that you did something like that. I'd love to see any kind of footage you may or may not have for that charity fight that you did. Okay. He goes, hey guys, another night shift means I turn my attentions this time to a prequel rather than a remake of Rocky. In doing this, I've tried to keep the ages to what they would be pre-Rocky timeline, their ages. But as we all know, the timelines, ages in this franchise can be loose at best. So what do you reckon? I'm glad he said that, and I'm going to use my yay or nays with some of the choices that he gave us regarding the ages and why it would or wouldn't work regardless of what he prefaced this with. I don't know if you guys got a chance to look at the list and or look at the names if you didn't know the names, because I had to look up a couple names. I'm not going to lie to you.
I knew all of them, but the first one. Yeah.
Okay. So Finn Wolfhard, that's quite the last name. He suggested he plays young Rocky pre the Rocky film. I know he's a good actor, and I know he's rather lanky, which is irrelevant in Hollywood. You can put a
at least Canadian, so that's a big no.
It was a no for me.
Should be no for me, dog.
It's a hell no for me. I didn't know who he was, and I looked him up, and I'm like, not in a bazillion years. The opposite of who I would cast as Rocky. Austin Butler is who I would cast.
Austin Butler, sure, good actor.
They have to be good looking. They have to be tough. They have to, you know.
Would Rocky have been that as a young boy? Like, did he?
Well, yeah, we don't know how tough he was. That's a good point.
He grew up in a rough upbringing. Like he grew up at.
He played football and stuff. We know he was an athlete.
Yeah,
that's true. Okay. He had trophies.
He did have trophies. He was trying to be a little contrarian here.
No. Yes, Dave, that's an absolute no.
UK Dave. UK Dave. It's getting off to a rough start, but there's no bad ideas. You just got to put it out there.
I like Austin Butler. I don't even like young people, but he's like one young actor that I'm like,
Okay, so the age thing, just so I'm clear, we're just going to make the age of these people whatever it needs to be to fit.
Sure, if we could just wave a magic wand, that's probably what we have to do.
That's fine. Yeah. That's really hard if you're trying to cast and you're trying to find people.
So let's just wave a magic wand that we can get everyone's ages age appropriate at the timeline this film gets made.
That's fine.
Okay. So Finn is a hard no. Okay, Adrian Jenna Ortega.
No. Talia Shire. is a very beautiful woman. Don't get me wrong.
Sure, I know you're
But-
about to say, but yeah.
She's not Jenna Ortega beautiful.
Oh,
And
really?
I find Jenna Ortega like really attractive. I feel like Adrian is a younger girl would be really awkward and kind of nerdy and not that good looking, and
Just put glasses on her, and then she's
Exactly. Yeah.
even better with glasses on.
she is pretty. So I understand what Kyle's saying. It might be too pretty for. I kind of get. I know. As speaking as a man too, I get what you're saying. It might be too much. It might be. So I'm saying no as well for Jenna. What are you saying, Kate?
I'm saying yes. I can see
All right.
the similar shy.
I don't know. I think she's kind of like my type. I think is the problem.
Well, she's cute. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Are you balling her?
Yeah. I'm gonna say maybe for her. You have to like hair and makeup and all that stuff has to be done right for her to be believable.
Yeah. Jonah Hill for Paulie.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I was kind of split on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna give Jonah Hill that.
Yeah.
He's probably too old.
Yeah, he has like obviously has like the body type and stuff like that. His weight has really fluctuated. He's also been quite big too, so I could see him being Paulie. Yeah, I'm gonna give him that. Yeah.
I'm giving a yes because he is a good actor, and so I think he would do the Paulie justice. I think when it came down to a drama role, he would do it. Jonah Hill's a fine actor, and you ever see him in Moneyball, for example? Like he can do drama. He's a good actor. Yeah.
Or Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what I mean. He could play that kind of, I would say, creepy guy. This is the right word.
He could be sketchy if he wants to.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, good word.
These are good discussions, so I don't want to rush this. We'll tease this out as a segment. I don't want to rush it because these are good discussions. So the last one we'll do for today is Mickey, played by the incredible actor Joaquin Phoenix, incredible actor, but Mickey's a smaller guy, and that's the only problem. I think Joaquin Phoenix is.
He's not big. He's probably like 5'10" max, 5'9" probably.
Isn't the Mickey character played by Burgess a little bit diminutive? Is he a little bit?
I mean,
tiny?
yeah, but he's got that like gruff. I'm a fan of Joaquin's acting.
Of course, he's an incredible actor. I love his acting, but I don't see the fit for Mickey. So it's a no for me, dog.
It's a yes for me.
I also want to mention something to UK Dave here. As much as I might shit on some of these ideas you're putting out, I'm actually thinking to myself, well, who would be better in this role? And I can't really think of it.
When I say no, I'm offering an alternative.
Yeah, please, I didn't come up with alternatives.
I'm a schmuck, so I can't.
Well, mine was Austin Butler, Rocky.
That's fair. That's a fair one. I mean, I like it more than Finn, so yes. Okay, all right. So there we go. That's a great little segment. So UK Dave, this is great discussions. People are chiming in and agreeing or disagreeing with us. We got some hard no's as well for the ones that we said no to. But trivia. This one's tough right away. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a true or false. I personally don't know the answer. Curious what your responses will be when I give the question. True or false? There is a Philadelphia Flyers poster in Robert's room.
Ooh, I know there's a sports team poster.
I don't know, but I'm going to go with my gut on this one.
I'm going with my gut. Okay, what time do Tommy and his girlfriend have to arrive for the Christmas party? What time?
Wow.
That was a tough one.
I think they came from a Christmas party and then they were going to go to dinner or something because she keeps saying, we're going to be late. We're going to be late.
Come on, Tommy, we're going to be late.
Man, these are rough questions.
Yeah. That woman looks like she's like 35 and she's probably like 20.
Yeah.
She came real cheap, though. What is Tommy's girlfriend's name?
She has a name?
Yeah.
She's the redhead in the front row.
That's what I know her. She has a name?
God, is this the first one I'm going to get 0 on?
I might get 0 too. Right? This is a tough one. I told you this was tougher, guys. This one's tougher.
I got to come up with a woman's name just as maybe I'll get it. But
and look at this next question. I think any answer will count because we spent the whole episode with this question. What big mistake did Paulie make with Rocky's money? Just remember, a 10-year-old wrote this at the time.
He didn't. Paulie is innocent. I'm starting the Innocence Project.
You have to answer so you don't get 0.
Yeah.
All right. Just give a simple 10-year-old answer is my recommendation. True or false for the last question, and it's a true or false, I should say. Robert and his friends are watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Okay. So I think I'm going to get 1 out of 5.
God, I need to come up with a name. Oh, it was on the tip of my tongue.
Okay, I'm coming up with a name which I know is wrong. But
Louise calls her Ginger Minge. Maybe.
I thought that was just like a UK thing, but that's funny.
All right.
Do you know what Minge is, Katie?
I can guess. I think I have a guess.
Did I say something bad? I don't
really,
know
you don't know what minge is?
No.
I'll put it this way. She maybe asked the question, does the carpet match the drapes?
Oh, boy.
I'm guessing it doesn't. Her hair doesn't look, that looks dyed.
Hey, we got Rocco's dad joining the chat. That's E.M. King. Rocco, who wrote the trivia book, his dad says, you got this. I don't think so. I don't think we do.
Kid's embarrassing me, making me look like an idiot.
And speaking of, the Rambo trivia book is coming. Rocco says he's going to send me a copy. So I can't wait. Thank you, Rocco. That's amazing. I was willing to buy it, but I'll take a free copy. So that's awesome. Okay. Are you still thinking of the answer?
Well, I'm going through the alphabet. That's how I have a system.
You didn't even hear what I said about the Rambo trivia book.
I didn't.
Rocco's sending me a copy.
For free, even though Ryan was willing to pay for it.
Oh, that is so nice.
I know, it's too sweet. It's too sweet. He sent me a message yesterday. Can I give you your address so I can send you a copy? I'm like, I was going to buy a copy. Yeah. What am I doing?
Where's he from?
I think he's here in Ontario.
Oh, they're Canadian?
I think so. I always thought they were from New York, but I think they're Ontario. He can tell us now if the dad's still here. Here we go. Now we're back. Now we're going to the film. Here we go. So I'm excited for this because I did share the screen grab and I saw Katie did like a face on Facebook. Have you not seen that?
I have not.
I shouldn't have spoiled it for you. It's a little rough, but I think Kyle kind of spoiled it by saying it's a little rough. Didn't you, Kyle, talking about?
Oh, the Marie.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, she's gone down here.
Yeah, they're from Windsor.
Oh,
Ontario.
Windsor.
Okay, cool.
So,
well, to be fair, I mean, not to poke fun at a child, but she was kind of strange looking in the first Rocky.
To me, she looked very 70s.
Yeah, but her actual face, I don't know. I'm being mean now.
Okay, Katie, look, you're not being mean. I mean, may she rest in peace. I don't know. She's still alive.
She dead?
Oh. No, I don't know. She could be. Could somebody look her up?
She be like around 60 now.
There's a reason they recast her in Balboa, I think.
Oh, well, yeah. One, you want to get an actress. Two, you want to get somebody that doesn't have herpes on their lips.
Oh, my God.
Does she?
Katie's now like envisioning someone who's like a complete train wreck. And then when she sees her, she's like, oh, that's actually not that bad.
Well, I saw a still. Brian posted a still.
Yeah, it's pretty. So, okay, here we go, folks. Let's check out the movie. Yeah, there's the hip hop soundtrack in the background. It's so funny.
First money I get, I'm going to Miami.
Why Miami?
Miami needs new gigolos.
Trivia question.
that was a trivia question. That's right. And I think I got that one wrong. I think I said Jamaica. That's right. Yeah.
Imagine someone paying for Paulie to have sex with them, though. There's having sex with Paulie, then there's paying to have sex with Paulie, and that's a big jump.
I'm guessing there's an age limit for gigolos too. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
Donald said that the actress, I think her name's Jodie something, she's sued over the recast, apparently.
Which is hilarious.
Why? That's not a thing you can do.
No, it's not. People get recast all the time. It's a real thing.
What I meant by that's not a thing you can do is sue because they recast your character.
It's not going to hold any water in court.
Jennifer Parker character in Back to the Future, between the first and second films, is a different actress. I think it's because like they couldn't negotiate with the first one for some reason.
Yeah. Well, they recast the Iron Man actor Terrence Howard with Don Cheadle. I mean, it's the same character, different actor. Like that was in the Marvel films. That kind of stuff happens all the time.
For Aunt Viv and Fresh Prince.
Oh, there's so many examples. Yeah. But she tried, I guess. Louise says, Katie, you're not being mean. You're just being accurate.
Oh, thanks.
Well, not everyone's created equal looks-wise. I mean, I'm sure she's a wonderful person, but the reality is, but let's just say Little Marie does play type. It's coming up. You'll see why it's accurate for this movie, but it wouldn't work for part 6. But,
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read something like that.
Ow! My back is getting bad. How come you don't have arthritis?
Yo, ain't I got enough? Adrian's too good for this.
Now, what's that car yelling there? Hey, watch where you're going.
You trying to get killed? I don't know who he was yelling at.
Maybe a cat crossed the street or something. Okay, so now we're going into. Oh yeah, he talks about his arthritis is back, and it's a great line. Don't I have enough problems? I need arthritis too. Now, Workers Print goes back to them coming out of the out of Mickey's gyms. Dialogue's a little bit different because now we're going to the scene that you'll see coming up.
Hey, Rock, how you doing, man?
How you doing, hey? You guys ever sing around this thing?
You're singing too much, Rock.
Yeah.
You got $1 or what?
I got something here.
These pitbull
For our audio listeners who haven't seen the work print, you've got a few people around a burning barrel. And of course, Rocky has to call out the previous first two films where you have singing around the burning barrels. Hey, you guys ever sing around this? Because the local jukebox is no longer there. This is different people.
The burning barrel. I don't know. I haven't been to a lot of ghettos lately, but I feel like the burning barrel has gone out of style. I feel like people nowadays don't go around burning barrels like they used to.
No.
It's probably illegal.
It's probably illegal. I was going to say they could probably get shut down pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Is my guess. I think it's the legality. I'm sure they could if they would. I mean, there's a lot of tent cities. I don't know what they do for heat there, but
Oh yeah, that's true. I guess.
okay. So that's the setup here. Now they asked Rocky, "Do you have any money? Can you spare some change?" And Rocky's like, "I think I got a couple bucks." And Paulie's about to berate him for giving money to the poor.
bum is too special to get a job.
Hey, you ain't bums, big mouth, right?
Close your mouth. Hey, come on, Paulie.
Paulie says these bums, why don't they just get a job and make their money? And the other guy's like, we're not bums. And they start fighting a little bit, pushing and shoving. And Rocky breaks it up. What do you think of Paulie's behavior there, calling them bums and pushing them around a little bit?
It's typical Paulie.
Fair enough. Okay.
Is Paulie working at the moment?
Do we know where he's working now?
At some point, he goes back to the meat factory.
Between this timeline at 6, we know he's there again. I don't know if we ever.
But
find
fair
out
point, Kyle. Like, well,
Yeah, I'm
Paulie,
like-
do you?
Paulie's work ethic is a little bit suspect. So
I think he works at the gym because he's there. Like, help.
I guess Paulie, to his credit, other than asking for a sports car, but in general, he's willing to hustle for money. I'm gonna give Paulie this one. Needless confrontation here. A typical Paulie doesn't have a filter.
Rocky's going to see, I think it's a third or fourth person. These other guys, we're seeing guys right now. The camera and the angles are tricking us a little bit. There is a fourth person off camera a little bit. The angles are, the audience hasn't been revealed yet. This big reveal will be coming up. I just want you to watch, obviously, or take note of Rocky's reaction to seeing this individual.
Are you crazy? Get along with him, relax with you, Hey, Marie. You little Marie from the Atomic Cookie Chef, right?
That's me. So what?
Yo, Marie. Hey, boy, you remember when she was a little girl? I can't believe it. Hey, growing up. Hey, Marie.
Dude, settle down. If you think about it, this is very meta because what's happening here is he's reacting like the audience would react to seeing Little Marie from the first film. That's the point. We're, as an audience, are seeing the same actor/character 3 films later. So this whole movie is a callback to the first film. It's the whole idea of Rocky V is to bring us back to the neighborhood, to bring us back to where it all started. So there's these little nuggets, Mickey's gym and the pet shop working again that Adrian's at. And now Little Marie is here for the audience to see. But Rocky, nobody's that excited to see a girl they knew. And he actually says, "You're the girl from the Atomic Hoagie Shop." That's her identity. But it's the identity for the audience watching the film. But that shouldn't be his.
Yeah, the Rocky Balboa meet up with Marie was like a cajillion times better. He's like,
It is for our benefit.
Folks last a long time, like that was good. He was like kind of chill.
But he's doing spins. He literally is dancing.
Yeah, I know.
And he's going to Paulie. Paulie, look. Remember, it's Little Marie. Remember
You
her?
remember that little Marie that you weren't there to witness that conversation to, who I probably never spoke to about this, and it happened so long ago anyways that even if I done that, you wouldn't have remembered that little Marie.
Yeah.
In real life, his actual reaction would be of disappointment.
Well, just watch. It's not over yet.
Okay.
But you're right. Good call. I'm just saying I had to stop it because I found that initial, it's the audience. And now the audience has settled down. Okay. Hey, it's Little Marie. Guys, it's the same. I think it's the same actress. Yeah. That's what the people, the theater would be doing. That's what they envisioned. So now the audience has settled down. Now it's time to see, did Little Marie change her ways? Did she follow?
I got to say a bad word.
Yeah, let's see if she became that again. Note her lip. That might indicate. Sorry.
Remember when he was really like a little walking home and was talking about getting like a bad reputation because you got to stay away from sour people. Remember?
Save it, Rock. You got to change.
What a weird How you doing? What's up? Remember that scene that we were in that movie?
Just in case someone hasn't seen the first film, I got to talk about this,
What did she say? You got your change?
You got to change.
You
Yeah,
got
you
any
changed.
change?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know you
Yeah,
got
yeah.
any change, or you got to change?
I misunderstood what she was sort of like, yeah, I get it. You got what
Yeah.
you wanted. Now move on. But I misunderstood what she actually said.
I think
do you have any
she's
money?
summarizing what he said, that you need to change.
No. She goes, yeah, Rock. Do you have any change?
Can we go back?
To be fair to this actress, they really played up her look here. Like they just like did her makeup normal and her hair
Sure.
normal and didn't
She's
put
supposed
that
to look homeless.
thing on
She's
her
supposed
lip.
to look
Yeah.
homeless. Why did they put herpes on her lip?
Ugh.
I don't. Because she looks homeless. Because she is homeless.
Mhm.
So or close to it. She's asking for money. So listen, I believe she's asking for money. Here we go.
Getting like a bad reputation because, you got to stay away from sour people. Remember?
Save it, Rock. You got any change?
Yeah, you're right.
Save it, Rock. You got any change? Yeah. So I don't want to hear it again. Just give me the money. Great. You proved your point. This is where it gets a little bit better. Because now the whole, remember Rocky 1, everyone? Okay, that's what we're doing here. But now this point here, had they done it better, it would have been better. Because this point right now, it's actually pretty good how Sly acts. Look at his face. That change right away of my advice didn't take. And he looks genuinely saddened by her current state. And that's where it gets good here. Yeah, I love that hold. Everything's kind of catching up to his mind. You are here keeping warm. You don't have a place to go or whatever. And you're with these three bums. And chances are she's probably
selling herself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't got that much.
Yeah, I ain't got that much.
You're still young. You gotta do things.
So he says it's kind of hard to hear, but he says you're still young. You can change. You're still young. You still don't have to do this. And he looks at the guys, and the guys are already laughing. They think it's a big joke because she's a toy to them. It's a really heartbreaking scene. At this point. So it's a heartbreaking scene here. Like Rocky's legitimately saddened, and Sly does a great job acting that.
Listen to me.
And then he catch what he said there. You should have listened to me, Marie. As he walks away.
Should have planned ahead.
Should have planned ahead. That's right.
Ahead.
Should have planned ahead.
Yeah, that is sad.
Is this the end of the scene, Ryan?
It is, but you'll see her again. It's interesting how they use her again. Tommy will reference them. Spoiler. We're about to see it, but it's interesting how Tommy. I think they're referenced again very, very, very shortly. But that's the last I think Rocky speaks to her yet.
Because clearly they erased this from memory for 6.
Yeah,
right. That's right. That's a great conversation point. You're right. We've talked about how many of these scenes it adds to the Rocky 5 story, and I still think this one does. I think
it does. Yeah.
I think this. If I was the director, I don't know who directed this film. Officially, John Giavazzo did with Sly Ghost directing it. A good director who had control of this scene or Sly, I would have said, "Hey, cool, you're legitimately excited to see an old friend from the neighborhood. That's legit. That's fine." Other people have said hi to him throughout the film, so it's not abnormal. People, hey, Rock, welcome back to the neighborhood. So people are recognizing he's back in the neighborhood. Little Marie is from the neighborhood. It should have just been told, "Hey, little Marie. Oh, good to see you. What you been doing since we last talked? What's it been? 10 years? Something like that."
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, Rock. It's been a while. So what you doing with yourself? And she's like, Rock, just save it. You got any money?
Yeah.
And
there you go. Ryan, you should have wrote that scene.
And then he goes, "Yeah, I've got a few bucks, and you should have listened to me, Marie." And the guys would have laughed. Even make the guys a little bit creepier to indicate that she is kind of being used by them. And Rocky looks really appalled, and you should have listened to me, little Marie. And he walks away. So it's too bad that it wasn't done that way. I think it would have added to I think Rocky 5, I think people who had seen Rocky 5, the theatrical cut, and this scene was in it, played a little bit better. I think people would have liked this film even just a little bit more. Honestly, because it would have been oh, this was really a callback to the first film.
With the grit. It's grittier with this in it.
That's right.
This Marie is a much more realistic version of Marie than Rocky Balboa.
It is.
Rocky Balboa, I know she lives next to that dilapidated house, and I guess a single mom working in a bar or whatever, but she's really cute.
She's pretty.
She's not supposed to be a knockout. She's supposed to just be
no, she's not a knockout, but
woman.
I would consider her attractive.
Yeah, I don't think she's unattractive. I just mean like she's purposefully not supposed to be.
She's not a God. I don't. This is a bad way to say it. She's like this Marie looks kind of like used up. You know what I mean? Like,
just she can't afford to take as good of care of herself maybe as someone else. I don't know.
This Marie looks tired, looks downtrodden, looks like worn out. That to me is like, okay, this is what you really look like and how you really act if you're in this kind of situation. Where like the Marie in Rocky Balboa is a much more palatable character, but way less realistic as a result.
Well, I think both are realistic. It's just it's choose your adventure Rocky here. What path does Marie take?
Yeah.
The Rocky 5 path or the Rocky 6 path?
The path in Rocky 6 isn't any different. They just portray her differently.
Well, she wasn't a hooker or in the 6th one.
Is she a hooker here?
Yes.
It's drugs and sex. She provides sex. She gets drugs.
The 6th Marie wasn't like a homeless person. She just had a rough life. You know,
but this is also 16 years after this film, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe she did have a rough. I always just assumed, okay, well, she in her 20s or whatever was in this rough state, and then kind of like improved a bit.
I see what you're saying. I do think they're vastly different paths, particularly because the way that Rocky leaves it here. Given this, he wouldn't befriend the Rocky 6 doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'll agree. You got me on this one. You got me.
I agree with Katie. And the original question before this whole discussion is what does this scene do for their universe?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the conundrum here is because if you want to use the worker print, and we kind of expands the Rocky storyline in part 5. We've used other scenes where it doesn't hurt the universe. This one kind of does, meaning the little Marie we see here in no way, shape, or form is going to be running that bar. I just don't see it. And
no way. Yeah.
That's why Sly could do what he did in Rocky Balboa, because the general audience, minus a few crazy fans who've already seen the work print and had maybe this storyline in their brain, they might have even had a weird time saying, "Oh, we got to erase this," because this scene doesn't count. It actually has to be deleted for Rocky Balboa to work because the actress is, no offense, she's a better looking person. That little Marie did clean up her life. That's the whole point. The discussion they had, the alternate universe, that little Marie listened to Rocky. That's the one in Rocky Balboa. The other alternate universe didn't listen to Rocky. This is what she ends up being. So that's how you kind of look at it. We have two different sliding doors here.
Very well put. One listened and one didn't. I like how you put that, Ryan. Yeah.
I forget the actress name, Geraldine Hughes. I think it just came to me. Geraldine Hughes. I think she's Irish too, actually.
She's like from Northern Ireland.
Yeah. But she actually really legitimately is pretty. And they try to even make her look frumpy, just the way she is and how she looks with Rocky. That's kind of the problem. They should never call her Little Marie. It should just been somebody that Rocky met. That's all.
Andy's daughter is the way that it probably would have worked.
Sure, Andy's daughter would have been
Andy's
good.
Daughter.
There you go. Still part of the neighborhood. Hey, you're Andy's daughter. I see you took over the bar for him. How's your old man? Oh, I buried him 5 years ago. And they both lost somebody in their life. That's how they connect. There you
go. Yeah.
What do we know? Okay. All right. So Rocky walks away. He says, you should have listened to me. Great scene. Like I said, it ends really well. But it started off really goofy.
You guys think that's funny, What'd you get?
Wait, what did she do?
She did the screw you.
She didn't do the hand.
Well, they made it PG, but she does kind of this, and she repeated again, "Screw you, creepo." But she just said "screw you," not the creepo part.
Yeah,
what a dick.
Cheesy.
Yeah, she's lost. That's what I mean. She's lost. There's no way that she tells him to screw off again, and Rocky's, "Hey, it's little Marie. Last time I saw you, were telling me to screw off again at the burning garbage can." So this is alternate universe, doesn't exist in the Rocky Balboa universe. Yeah, and I like it. That's what I like about it. That's not Hollywood. She didn't listen. He gave a good advice, and people just still do these kind of things in his neighborhood. This neighborhood it destroyed little Marie, but Rocky got out of it, even though he's back, so to speak. So it's a great scene, but it's maybe too depressing. Maybe that's why they took it out. Maybe.
Yeah, it is a lot.
I think his R-wordness early on is what probably made them.
Do you think that's what took it out?
They took out multiple scenes where he was just kind of over the top.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
It's
too bad because, like I said, it started off R word and then it ends pretty good. Yeah. Okay. So she gets one last screw you to Rocky, and then Rocky says they think that's pretty funny. Like I like that he's like, these guys haven't grown up. Like, that's not even close
They're
to
so
me. It's not-
juvenile.
Okay, you think
Yeah.
those guys there are the same dudes that were at the Atomic Hoagie shop?
Ooh, good call. Maybe it is supposed to be the same
right.
group of kids.
Yeah. I thought they were the Apollo's people. You sweep really good, Rocky. They're still on Apollo's payroll. They don't know that Apollo died in the ring because they don't have cable TV. So they're still pestering Rocky in the neighborhood. Are we off the clock yet? When did we get to stop making fun of Rocky?
Give money to bums, you keep them bums.
It's really depressing, boy. You know, it's...
Hey, wake up, Rocco. This ain't no help resort here, you know that?
No, it ain't that.
That's right.
Paulie makes the point, you give money bums, they stay bums.
What did he
And-
say?
But he says if you give money bums, they stay bums.
Like, this ain't no health resort.
And because Rocky says this place is really depressing now. And then Paulie says, well, this isn't a health resort, man. This is Philly. Even Rocky says this is a little depressing. So maybe that's why they took it out too.
Well, yeah, combined with that other scene that they took out where he was drunk in the bar, had all these scenes been in it, it's a very dark movie.
Yeah.
Yo, Rock, you got one of those there pancake jokes to my wife?
Yeah, right.
What's he talking about? Pancake.
I was telling a pancake.
Okay, so he says, you got any more of those pancakes or pancake? Remember the deleted scene where he had the big pancake store and he slips on the kitchen floor and the pancake knocked him out? And he goes, I'm the first world champion to be knocked out by a pancake.
Where he was drunk, like
He's
the
drunk
same
at Andy's
scene.
bar. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that guy was just saying, coming out of Andy's bar, saying, hey, do you got any more drunk pancake stories? And then Rocky's explained to Paulie, like, Paulie goes, why did he say that to you? And Rocky's like, oh, I told him a pancake story.
I don't like this pancake business.
Yeah, like Philly's not known for their pancakes. Like Boston, they're known for their pancakes.
That's why Pancake knocked out the Philly guy. That's what Rocky was saying.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Just Google Boston pancakes, and you'll learn all about
Oh,
it.
I'm getting kind of hungry. My wife made some homemade waffles I'm gonna eat after this. So
Are you referencing something other than food?
Yes.
oh, this is a trick. Folks, if you're under 18, do not Google what Kyle just said. Don't do that to this PG-13 show.
What kind of delinquents am I
I know.
podcasting
What are
with
you on
today?
That's twice now I've said the word minge. I've Boston pancakes. I'm a little bit of a mini boomer. These are terms I don't know. I might be old.
Mini
Okay.
boomer.
All right. So now we're about to get to, you'll see, the transition.
Stories, man. Yeah.
Now we're cutting back to the original cut, the theatrical cut. Rocky does say again, this place is really depressing, but that was after the gigolo talk.
They're just walking like the neighborhood. They're just in the streets, and he's like,
But what I mean is to get us back to the theatrical
Mhm.
cut. That whole segue there or sequence there, of the little Marie was after I'm going to be a gigolo. Now we're back to the theatrical cut again, where that's all that's happened. So Rocky still says this place is really depressing, Paulie. After he says, his back was hurting and stuff like that. So
This world is also very small. I know it's a specific neighborhood, but everything is within a block. Like everything's across the street from each other. The
Sure,
gym,
there's-
the pet shop, the bar, their house. Like it's all in
it's like
one
a sitcom.
block.
It's like a sitcom.
Yeah.
It's the Rocky sitcom, which actually would be a pretty good sitcom.
Really depressing, boy. You know, it's...
Yo, Rock, come inside. Everybody's been asking for you. You too, Paulie.
No thanks, I'm a little big head.
There's the same guy, but different dialogue. Instead of the pancake story, they refilmed it to change it to
Oh, they had to. Yeah.
the same
Good
couple.
call.
The same couple. Instead of saying, "Hey, tell me more pancakes." Fun enough, it's the flip side. It's like, "Hey, everyone wants to hang out with you. You're not the Looney Tune talking about pancake stories. They're all waiting for you to have a drink inside." So it's a
Mhm.
whole different. This other
Which is more
universe.
realistic.
Instead of making fun of him,
Yeah.
Hey, he's still the world champ, which is I
Mhm.
agree.
I'm a little thirsty.
Of course, Paulie says he's a little thirsty. Go figure.
Even though he has been drinking out of his binoculars flask the whole time.
I don't think Paulie really has limits.
Hey, you go if you want to, Paulie.
Mr. Balboa?
Hey, look at this. Tommy gun.
I always got a kick out of that. I don't know why the way Paulie says that. Look at this. Tommy Gunn. He remembered him from the gym. I think it's post ADR. I think. I'm not sure because it just sounds funny.
Hey, look at this. Tommy gun.
And then Rocky's like, yo, why are you hanging around, kid? I don't know. Why are you still here?
Yo, why are you still hanging around, kid? Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah. I'd like to try again.
Hey, kid, you know, I like to help you out, but I really don't know nothing about no man.
You know, I really never trained nothing. Well, I did, you know what I mean? I trained my dog Buckets. That dog was nice. You know, but, you know, here's what I would do if I was you. You know, maybe you ought to go home. No, listen to me, because you should go home and you should talk to your family people, and maybe they can come up with something, you know, better for you.
He goes, well, I did train. So I trained my dog Buckus. Again, a callback to the first
I like
two films.
that.
Is it too much callback? Are we doing too much maybe? I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, I actually, as like a major dog person, it does bother me that Buckus is never referenced again. There's no pictures of him. They don't talk about him. So I kind of
Why isn't Buckus in Rocky 3?
He died.
But why? He's not that old. Did the actual dog die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they live very long. I don't know how bull mastiffs.
The bigger the dog, the shorter the life. So bull mastiffs have a very short lifespan, and
like 10
he was
years,
already
I don't
an
know.
adult. You know, it's not like he was a puppy.
But he seemed like he wasn't an old dog.
No.
It was only a few years after. Actually, no, never mind. Yeah, because by Rocky 3,
I feel like Sly has mentioned the passing somewhere.
should have recast him.
Because the dog wasn't just some random dog. It was Rocky's Sly's actual
Yeah, I
dog.
know.
Yeah.
I know you know that, of course. So there's probably a bit of like Sly's like it's too much. So he probably just moved on because, as you know, when you lose a dog, it's probably too much for him to keep bringing up. It's easier for him to bring up his son than the dog.
Yeah, I wouldn't give Butkus this room away.
Yeah. And then he mentions to Tommy, hey, maybe you should go back and talk to your family. Good advice. That's not bad advice. He goes, maybe you should talk to your family, get a family plan going here. Maybe this, instead of talking to me about your stuff. But then Tommy kicks in with, oh, I'm asking for a chance.
All I'm asking for is a chance. Man, if I screw up or do something you don't like, man, you don't have to throw me out. Hell, I'll leave. What have you got to lose?
Me? Nothing. I ain't got nothing. It's what you got to lose.
I got nothing to lose.
And maybe you do. Like, look, what if I don't do good, right? You know, and you don't make it. I don't want you blaming me for this kid, you know, here's...
That's valid.
Yeah, that's legit.
I don't like Tommy's delivery.
You're right. This is where the bit of the bad acting comes in. He's a boxer. This is his first movie. The line delivery was too quick. Like, I've memorized my lines, so I'm barfing them out a little bit. And it's too whiny pleading. There's no direction in this film. I think there's some scenes where they just shot and moved on. Like, hey, Tommy got the lines out. Good. Next. If they finesse this scene a little bit better, I would have made them less squealy.
Yeah.
So, it's always irked me too, the delivery. What he's saying is like, I've got nothing to lose. That's what he should have said. Look, what I did in the gym wasn't called for. If I do something like that again, I will leave. No questions asked. And there's nothing to lose. We both have nothing to lose. Maybe we have something to gain together. You know, something like that. I don't know.
You should be a movie writer.
I would do if I was you. No, listen to me. If I was you, here's what I would do. I would go home, I'd talk to your family people, and maybe you can come up with something better, you know?
I got no family people. Man, all I got is what you see here. Man, I know everything about you from back when you had your first fight with Apollo Creed.
There's the mention of Paul Creed. I forgot that he did that. So there's a callback. There you go. But I love how he says, I read about how nobody cared about you and no one ever gave you a chance. Where was this printed? Sports Illustrated and stuff?
Yeah, like when he became heavyweight champ, he has an amazing story, right? There would have been articles written about him and like his rise from like nothing to world heavyweight champion in like a couple of years.
Does Rocky give that story? I almost don't see him saying that. Who narrated his life to the print?
If you're in Sports Illustrated or something like that, and you have to do a story about Rocky, you're going to do some research and be like, okay, where is he from? You're going to talk to people. You're going to ask around, and then you're like, hey, like this guy came out of nowhere, and like no one cared, and then all of a sudden he became the champion.
Yeah. I mean, I read how nobody cared about you, how no one ever gave you a chance. But I realize I don't come from the same streets as you do, but I'm hungry, like you were. I mean, fighting is all I got going in my life. Without a chance to prove myself, I don't know. I might as well be standing over there with those guys.
There you go. That's the reference.
That's why they had to take it out.
Yeah. Tommy, for our listeners, what you heard what he said is pretty clear there. He points to little Marie and her pimps saying, I might end up over there. And that might be what kind of changes Rocky's mind, because he's like, oh, little Marie didn't listen to me. Maybe this guy will. Maybe I can help somebody.
That's a good point. That really is another reason other than him just saying, I'm hungry like you were. This is a significant reason because he was so disappointed that he wasn't able to help little Marie. Yeah, great point, Ryan.
You know what Rocky should have done is, if he doesn't want to train him, get him a job in collecting. I think Tommy Gunn would be a good collector.
He'd break thumbs.
He would break thumbs.
Paulie would put him to work. Definitely.
But ever since I put on gloves, I've been waiting to meet you. Because I knew that if anybody could make me a winner, it was you.
A little bit of ball washing, but I'll allow it. This is like when you meet your guitar hero, right? Like ever since I, played a guitar, I wanted to meet you, which is fair. I mean, this kind of stuff happens, I'm sure, to actors too. Ever since I saw you on film, I wanted to be an actor.
Oh yeah.
So this is a very real conversation for sure. And then of course, Rocky feels a little bit sorry for himself.
Hey, Paulie, you see a winner standing there?
Yes, and you beat the best. Nobody could ever say any different. Look, Rocky, you don't know me.
You know what? I like that point, actually, because this is a very Western or American perspective. I'm not going to say just American, because it'd be similar here in a lot of places. Money is success. Success and money are synonymous.
Right.
And to a degree that is true. Even if Rocky loses his money, he still had a really successful life. He has major accomplishments. He became the heavyweight champion of the world. And he became a legendary boxer who did beat the best. You can't take that from him. That's there. He has a measure of success that you can't ignore. Rocky overlooks that and just says, oh, because of my financial troubles, I'm therefore not a success, which is really sad.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
But anything you want me to do, I'll do. And if I can't, I'll...
Sorry, I don't know what happened. I think my DVD must have skipped or something. So he just said, I'll bust my butt or whatever trying or something like that. But I don't know why. I guess my DVD skipped or something.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did say, I'll do anything for you. That sounded a little bit sexual.
Yes, that's like, hey, guess what? I need to make some extra money, and I can...
Oh, God.
You see little Marie over there?
If you could take this pounding, you could take anything in the ring.
Did you know that I used to beat?
Stop! Don't ruin Rocky for me.
That's how we used to train in the old days.
Oh, we're at near
that was
the end.
Quick though. What do you guys think about that? Quick. Oh, sorry.
I hated it. I hated it. When he said, "Are you hungry?" like that, it was so goofy and stupid. And then he takes him home. You didn't have to be like, "Are you hungry?" I hate that.
Or another one could have been, I mean, we know Adrian maybe is a good cook because he opened the restaurant, but at the time of this film, we didn't know that. He could have, for all we know, Adrian's a horrible cook, right? He could have said, well, if you can handle my wife's cooking, I think you can handle my training. Something like that.
He does mention that she's a good cook, but she's heavy with the garlic or something like that.
Well, no such thing as being too heavy with the garlic.
Is that your opinion?
That is my opinion.
Okay.
I like garlic.
I like garlic a lot.
There is definitely such a thing as too much.
So you're from Oklahoma. I'm sure the food that you grew up eating is bland and boring. Have some decent food. My Italian wife will make you.
Stallone is so good at writing, but humor probably not his strong suit. And I think that was he's trying to be lighthearted and funny.
He can have a couple moments. He's had a couple humorous moments, but I think they're more. Yeah, I agree. They're more kind of exceptions to the rule. Yeah. Okay. You know what Sly's humor is? Him being dumb. I don't know if he wrote this, but Jamaica's like, oh, European. It's like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, that's where he shines. Like the self-deprecating stuff. He actually does have a decent sense of humor, but outside of that, not so much.
Yeah. Come on. You're really gonna like the way Adrian cooks. She does amazing things with macaroni, especially tomatoes, but I gotta warn you, she can be a little vicious with the garlic.
Vicious with the garlic. Okay, there you go.
That's an interesting, his choice of words is, I find fascinating always.
Oh yeah. No, he is a great writer, a great dialogue writer, and we actually we just recently recorded a review of Armor with Sylvester Stallone, straight to video on the Sylvester Stallone podcast show. Check it out. It's going to be in the feed very shortly. Talked about how Sly is a very good writer, and in his later years, it's unfortunate that he still kind of insists on being in front of the camera in these little schlocky, terrible films. I wish he would do like Clint Eastwood has done, kind of is like go behind the camera, create more, because you have an imaginative, creative mind.
You could obviously write.
Yeah, like I don't know why he doesn't. Whatever.
Well, it's
Okay.
ego. These act. I think they just have such big egos.
She just said it. You spoiled it. That's what Craig said. Okay.
Oh,
All right. No, it's good. Good teaser. Good. You're right. Okay. Answers,
did he write it? Sorry, did he write it, Ryan?
Armor?
Yeah.
No, you'll hear the episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm actually nervous about these answers, so here we go. True or false? There is a Philadelphia Flyers poster in Robert's room. Get the answer.
I think it's a 76ers. I think that's the thing.
I am saying false. I don't think it's a hockey team.
I think you're right, Kyle, but I did put true.
Okay, so it is false. So I got one.
Damn it! I knew it was a sports team.
It was the 76ers.
Nice. Yeah.
I didn't think it was hockey because I'm a hockey guy. My brain would have been like, oh, cool, he has a hockey team up there.
The big four major league sports in America, hockey is like the least popular.
That's another good clue. Yeah.
So it's like, it's unlikely.
Okay.
What time do Tommy and his girlfriend have to arrive for the Christmas party?
10 p.m.
Okay.
Oh, I put 9.
I put 9 as well.
I was thinking 10 though. I was like debating between 9 and 10. It's 9:30.
You got your point.
It's 10. I'm between two names. Two names.
I have a name, but I know why I picked it, and it's nothing to do with this film.
I have a name too.
What did you guys say?
So I'm going with Sherry. What do you have?
I put Jillian, but I'm thinking of like Gillian Anderson.
Sure. It is definitely not Jillian. You were on the redhead track.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I know it's wrong because yeah.
Okay, I was between Linda and Luann, and I'm going with Luann. Final answer, Luann.
Oh my gosh.
Is it Sherry?
The worst name. The worst name you can have for a female is
what?
Bernice.
Today's social media.
Oh, Karen?
Yeah.
Her name's Karen.
Yeah, where did I get the Sherry from? That's weird. Must be a different actress.
I swore it was an L. Okay.
All right. Okay. So I think we'll only have all 1 point right now, right? Okay. I think we're all going to get this. Whatever the answer is, what big mistake did Paulie make with, I just said gave power of attorney.
That's what I said too.
That's what I officially said. He did nothing wrong. He's innocent.
He signed a blanket power of attorney. I love it. He put here power of eternity.
Did he really? Oh, I love that.
Adorable. That's adorable. Remember, 10-year-old Rocco. I expect better questions and answers as a 15-year-old now or whatever you are now.
Yeah, how old is he now?
I think it was definitely a teenager now. Well, this came out. Well, actually, look at the printing number in this. Lastly, true or false? Yes, we got this one. I'm sure we got this one. Robert and his friends are watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
True.
Yes. Kicking the Santa.
Sorry, the scores. Do we all get 3?
I think we all got 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang it.
Karen is horrible. What a horrible name.
I even went through the alphabet and I was like, it can't be a K.
Karen.
I'm ahead of Katie by 1, and Katie's ahead of Ryan by 4.
It's anybody's boxing match.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this was actually unlike other episodes. This one was
I was like, what are you
I've done that before in other shows I record. I say the word actually, but I'm not actually saying what that word actually means. Okay. This was a really fun episode, and I hope everyone again has a great start to the new year in 2025. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, but this episode is over.
I didn't hear no bell.
I just want to say one